I'm Sergeant Andy Williams of the Phoenix Police Department Public Affairs Bureau. The Phoenix Police Department is investigating a shooting that occurred after midnight, about 1 a.m. behind me near 10th Avenue and Hatcher at a strip mall. At about that time, 1 a.m., we received multiple shots fired calls in the area. When we arrived on scene, we located multiple victims who had been struck by gunfire. Investigators learned there was a large gathering of people at the strip mall, somewhere possibly near 100 people, some sort of a party there at the strip mall. Somebody showed up, there was an altercation that escalated into a shooting. Many rounds were shot into this crowd of people as everyone fled the area. We have in total 9 victims, male and female. 3 of them are life-threatening. Everyone's been transported to local hospitals who has a gunshot wound. One of those victims is an older teenage male. He's non-life-threatening. We are pretty early on in the investigation right now, so some of these details are going to take some time to develop, but I can attempt to answer any questions you have.
You guys have a suspect right now?
Not at this time. I don't have any suspect information available.
Are you still actively looking for anyone?
Yeah, the suspect is outstanding right now, so it is an ongoing investigation.
You have a description of cars, or
No,
you're looking for?
As you can imagine, with this many people involved, this many victims, casings all over the place, investigators are going to take some time to process the scene and get through all that physical evidence. Also talking to witnesses, looking for surveillance video. This happened a few hours ago, so it's going to be, we'll probably have investigators out here through a good portion of the day. Hatcher Road will likely be restricted.
With the scene starting out at 10th and then ending up over on 15th with the last 2 victims down there, was there any indication that the suspect may have chased people down the street?
I don't have any indication that anyone was chased. I think we had a lot of chaos going on at that initial scene with the altercation that escalated into the shooting. You've got a lot of people in a sort of a small area over there. I think everyone was just running, trying to get away from the area.
Can I ask you to go through the victims that were hurt and their conditions and the transports?
So we've got 9 total victims, gunshot wounds. 3 of them are life-threatening. It's a mixture of males and females. And the ages range. One of them is an older teenage male. He's one of the non-life-threatening.
Do you guys kind of have a general idea of the age ranges of the group of partygoers?
Yeah, it is from about 1998 to 2004 is what I have for victims. That's going to be the age range for dates of birth.
Can you elaborate on this location? You said it's in a strip mall.
Yeah, there's a strip mall at about 10th Avenue and Hatcher on the south side of the road. We're not exactly sure what that gathering was, but just that there was a large group of people there, some sort of an event.
Were they outside, inside?
I think they were outside and inside, but it's an ongoing investigation.
Would you describe it as a party?
You could probably call it a party. We're processing a lot of information right now, and I think some of those details are going to come together later.
And you said that some of the activity took place inside some of the buildings there, the strip mall. Do you know what those businesses are?
No.
I know you can't talk about weapons that much, but do you know, was it long gun, handguns?
Yeah, so all the evidence we have right now is indicating handgun.
Do we know if the suspect was on foot? Was this a drive-by situation?
No, I don't have any information about a drive-by. My understanding is the suspect was on foot, interacting with some of these people, and confrontation escalated into the shooting.
Are you getting a good amount of cooperation from people on scene that weren't injured?
I don't want to speculate how cooperative the witnesses and the people on scene are being because I haven't been interviewing them, but just with that large number, we're hoping that we've got some good witnesses in that group that are going to help us piece together and answer some of these questions.
Is there any common denominator talking about what kind of gathering this was, or some kind of common thread in terms of what kind of people were at this party?
No, I mean, based on the age range I gave, I'd say they're young adults, and given the time of night, probably some type of party.
Can you give us the closure and what time you're hoping to get it back
Yeah, so we've got Hatcher Road closed from 12th Avenue to about 9th Avenue or 8th Avenue, and it's going to be closed definitely for the whole morning. Hopefully sometime around noon, possibly we could be opening, but I don't want to put a time limit on the investigators. There's a ton of physical evidence over there they're going through.
Can you just describe what it's like arriving to something like this with so many people involved? I'm sure it was very chaotic and difficult to kind of manage in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And at that point, we're relying on the communication skills and the training of our patrol officers. You know, everyone shows up, they sort of figure out what's the most important thing that they can deal with, and they coordinate that, and they communicate with their other arriving officers to bring some order to that chaos.
Do you know if the partygoers were trespassing and they broke into it, or if it was like a legal gathering that was allowed by anybody there?
I don't have any indication that anyone had broken in or that it was a burglary or an unlicensed party or anything. All I know right now is a large gathering of people at a strip mall.
What's the most important thing you want folks to know about this incident?
What everyone needs to know right now is we've got our investigators out here. We've got everything well in hand right now. We're going to do a thorough investigation. We do apologize for the impact to travel, but we need to make sure we do a thorough job processing the scene, looking for any physical evidence, surveillance video, witnesses. So we want to do the best job that we can when the scene is fresh.
Does it appear to officers that this is a single shooter?
You know, I can't speculate on that right now.